Hello everyone and welcome back. Usually I start by gliding over that fountain there, but I forgot to start recording until I got in the house. But we're still in the same spot we always are, which is ready to start a new day. Um, let's get my hard-earned cash, uh, which seems to be up to 5 coins. Wait, why do I have 5 coins? Oh, because I was in the freezer at the end of the last episode, that's right. So I still have my stuff from the previous episode. Maybe I should have waited to go into the freezer then. Wasn't really thinking about that whenever I did it. But nevertheless, we are prepared and ready to go. One thing I was thinking about as an option is remember when we discovered 1128 on the carving of the tree using the magnifying glass in the darkroom on that photo? Maybe you don't remember. But you better remember because this game expects you to remember. Basically, I saw the tree that's cut down by the orchard outside in the grounds. It had carving on it, and you couldn't really make it out. But when you take the magnifying glass, you can make it out. And it says 11-28, which is very, very helpful information, probably. And I'm not sure if it means a date, as in the 28th of November, which seems likely to me since we are playing in November. And that would be day 22, so that would be 5 days from now. I'm certainly going to be going over there on that day. It also could refer to the passcode on the lock. So I'm going to try both things, but I'm going to wait until day 22 to do that, maybe. For now, I'm just going to go and explore. We're going to do the den move, classic opening move. I'm going to go into the corner, and we are going to... Ooh. Do we take the office? So, one thing I'm curious about with the office. Here's my thought. Whenever we were cracking the code of the portraits, we didn't fully crack it yet, but the final couple lines say 8 dates crack 8 safes. And so another option is that 1128 is a safe code because it's a date and it's a 4-digit code. That is another option, and one that I could determine if I were to go into the office. Or I could do parlor, or I could do storehouse. Really, I don't think there's a wrong answer here. I don't really see office come around that much. That's why I'm going to choose office. Just because I'm curious. What was this again? Run payroll. Yeah, run payroll. Spread gold in estate. Let's spread gold now. There's only a few rooms. And let's exit. I still don't know the password for the way into the network. Yep, this is where we got the information. What does it say? I don't think there's time to put in another work order before sunrise, so just make sure the west and east levers are operational. I got the broken lever. Maybe what I have to do, this would be a crazy chain of events, and I'm not sure how someone is ever supposed to do this. You would have to draft a room that the lever shows up in. When I found it, it was in the dark room. I don't know if it would actually be in the dark room because I've gone back many times with the lights on and it's not been there. Then you take the broken lever, you go to the workshop, you repair it somehow. Then you go to the greenhouse, put it in there, flick it open, and then get to the south side of the antechamber. That would be crazy if that's what you had to do. Let us do the coat check. Or I don't have any items right now, so let's just do the closet. That's the same thing we got from the last closet we rolled, I'm pretty sure. Okay, let's look for coins. Here's coins. There's only a few rooms they can be in, so that's very helpful for me. Okay, parlor, nook, corridor. Let's get some more gems in our life. You know what I'm saying? Okay, this box is empty. A box with a false statement is empty. There are 2 false statements. So, if there are two false statements, that would mean this is false, and this is false. So that would mean this box is full, and a box with a false statement is not empty, which logically checks out. So I think that these are the two false, this is the truth, which means that this is the one with the gem, which also has to be the case, I think. Okay, I do not see why that can't be true. This box is empty. Let's assume that's false. That would mean that this is full. A box with a false statement is empty. So if this was false, a box with a false statement is actually full. Which would mean that this is full, which would make this false, which would make this false, which would make this true. So there's no reason why there couldn't have been gems in this box. Maybe I'm missing, maybe my logic is not logicking. This box is empty. A box with a false statement is empty. Box with a false statement is empty. So if this was true, and this was false, because there's only one false statement, and it's this one, that would make this true, which means that the box with a false statement is empty, which means that this is empty, which means that it's in here. So I think that there's two possible solutions to that puzzle. I'm going to be honest. All right, at least we're rich now. Let us go to the bedroom. There's no reason for us to not go in here, right? We just keep the steps anyway. Sleep mask, what does it do? The first time you enter each bedroom with the sleep mask, gain 5 steps. So we can go this way, go around, and re-enter from the backside and get more steps. Nook, corridor, courtyard. We can't do courtyard, so let's just do Nook. Because we failed the fucking parlor game again. Wahoo. Can't do security. Can't do storeroom pragmatically, unless we want to end our run right away. So let's do hallway. Okay, there's our steps. West Wing Hall is the only option for us. Alright, this is a perfect opportunity for a storeroom, I do believe. Attic is also pretty crazy. No, but let's do storeroom. Let's get ourselves another key, another gem, and another coin. Because why not? Doesn't hurt to be rich in this world. No, that was from 10 years ago and it's still sitting there. You're telling me the staff, you're mad at the staff for not doing their job, Mrs. Babbage? We're rich, so we can afford this, so let's do it. My theory is still holding as of right now. The rich do not get offerings from the altar. They only give offerings. I would get 10 steps if I went in here. But also, this is probably just better, like, factually. Did I cross the threshold? No, I didn't cross the threshold. Let's not cross the threshold. Guest bedroom. That would give me 15 steps. Corridor, garage. Garage is pointless for me right now. Let's just do corridor. Corridor is a safe bet. Observatory, lavatory space, spare room. We could do observatory. What do we get? Because we're going to get 5, right? The Southern Cross rooms with 4 doors are more common today. Don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Oh, wait, no, we got Diamondus Miner again. We got diamond out of it. Okay. Is this gonna be locked? No. Pantry. I don't like rushing north necessarily. Courtyard is not bad. I do not like spending gems, but let's do it anyway. You can maybe dig up a gem? Is that possible? I've never done it before, I don't think. Come on, buried treasure. Okay, I got a coin. A singular coin. And a key. Nothing of interest is buried here. You can't even give me like a rubber shoe or something like that like you've done in the past. Okay, this is coat check option. Unideal, truthfully. Non-ideal, I should say. I've never drafted a nursery, but I can't anyway. Just do this in coat check. Stupid coat check. We don't need to go in yet, though. Library. If I go to the maid's chamber, there's going to be coins there waiting for me. If I go to the library, I get caught in that corner, which is not great. There's no way for me to get stuck if I go to the maid's chamber. Where's the payroll? I distributed payroll. Yes. Payroll issued for the week of 11-18, amount 10 gold. 11-8, sorry. Okay, that's a bit behind. Everything's made by Cinca, which I guess is the company that Sinclair founded that made him rich. Study. Okay, yeah. This is a bedroom, right? I get some steps. Okay, great. Let's go this way. 7 locked doors. I've never drafted this, and I have no idea what it even entails. Truthfully, nor do I really want to know what it entails. Because I only have 1 key, so I think I would be kind of screwing myself maybe, but Darkroom could be doing that just the same. So let's go to a new room. And I'm curious where these doors lead to. And that's what I'm curious about. Where could these lead to? Like, they've got to be just like little closets, right? Okay, let's go this way. This is the way we want to go if we're going anywhere. With our 1 key. Sure, spare room. Okay, we've got to really... Oh, Gymnasium might not be bad here. Gymnasium, I think we got to do. I don't like losing the steps, but, you know. Oh, God. See, so this is one of my bigger gripes with this game. Sometimes you just get screwed, right? There's nothing you can do. No opportunity for success. I got my 20 coins, and what can I do with them? Nothing. So, I think what I'm going to do is hope that there's a way I can preserve my coins for the next run. If there's not, then I think that shall be the end for me. We go to the... Can we code check anything? We have the sleep mask, I guess. Oh, shovel. Shovel's not great, let's be real here. I mean, sure, maybe if you dig in specific spots, it's better. I don't know. I'm just gonna check the sleep mask. I really shouldn't have done the code check there. No, it was a blunder. I forgot what my other options were, though. Maybe it wasn't a blender. These still stand out to me. The Roman numeral, like, employee portraits. Like, they've got to mean something. Okay, let's go back to the grounds. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go test my theory. I'm going to go to the orchard, and I'm going to put on the padlock 1128. But first, I'm going to go over here and see if there's anything I can do. True special items. Maybe you get a key. What else is there? Where's the other special item? Come on now. Don't do me like that. Oh, it's the sledgehammer. Yeah, I don't think any of those are better than the sleep mask, really. If I'm being honest. I think the metal detector is highly, highly overpriced in the shop. Maybe there's like sanctions or tariffs out on metal detectors, but I don't know. In this world that clearly has some political turmoil. Well, there were birds that were using the bird bath. Oh, that's cute. Okay, still don't know what's going on with that door. That's another thing to think about at some point. Let's try it. 1128. There we go. It actually worked. Wonderful. The apple orchard has been permanently unlocked and added to your campsite. Starting tomorrow, you start each new day with an extra 20 steps. Oh, that's actually huge. That's huge. What's going on underneath here? Oh, we found another one of these. We're 3/4 of the way there. I don't know where the last one is, but we're going to find it. Okay, this is a sundial. I think this is this room's version of like a clock, because every single room, for the most part, has a clock in the house. It's not very effective since they're not really demarcated with any thing there. Okay, here, we get some more lore, maybe. Gardener's Logbook, April 10th, 1992. So, about a year ago. A bit over a year ago. When I first came onto the estate in the capacity of the new groundskeeper, I was a little dismayed to find that my predecessor had kept no notes, no logbook, and no record of any kind regarding various gardens and green rooms of the house under his care. As a result of his improvidence, in the first few months of my post, I suffered a number of embarrassing professional blunders that I believed could have been avoided with even a few scraps of imparting wisdom from the previous groundsman. To that end, I will make an effort to make some record of my dealings on the estate, and as much as it pertains to horticulture and general tomfoolery. Robert Nagula, groundskeeper. Among my many commissioned duties, I have been tasked with the conservation and oversight of Mount Holly's alluring grounds. My domain stretches from gate to gate and encompasses the apple orchard, entrance drive, and east yard. East yard, huh? Fortunately for my workload, the maintenance of the west grounds has not been a priority since Lady Epson's death and the ensuing closure of the west wing. Nevertheless, I take some... So that's why that piece of paper is like 10 years old. Nevertheless, I take some pride in my work, so I still endeavor to brush the west path weekly, even if none but myself take notice. In addition to maintaining the grounds, there are 8 green rooms within the house that require some level of upkeep and light groundskeeping. The majority of these I discovered are only draftable on the perimeter of the house along the east and west wings. The terrace, patio, veranda, morning room, greenhouse, and secret garden all fall within the secret garden. Okay, so morning room can only be drafted if you buy the bacon and eggs from the kitchen, right? Terrace, I've been on. Patio, I might not have been to the patio, but I've definitely seen it in my draft pool. Veranda, I think I've been to. Greenhouse, I know I've been to. It doesn't mention the courtyard, which makes sense. Courtyard's a central one. And then the cloister, grand cloister. Oh, here we go, more. The soil survey. One of the few tasks I undertook as groundskeeper was to conduct a survey of the various plots of soil underneath each slot on both the east and west wings of the house. And while I would have preferred a full survey of all 45 plots of the house, it was clear that the inconvenience of such an undertaking would produce was in no way worth the extra data, especially considering the rooms that would benefit from the survey only ever appear in the wings. To quantify soil quality, I measured the soil's capacity to support crop growth and maximize the promise of high yields. The survey ended up taking 2 weeks due to some difficulty reaching the higher ranks, but the project was well worth the effort. As suspected, the root position has a direct relationship with the amount of fruit spread from gardens and the amount of flowers that can bloom in a greenhouse. Maybe I should write this down here. So what does this entail? The room position has a direct relationship to the amount of fruit spread from gardens and the amount of flowers that can bloom in a greenhouse. Not sure what this means, that like you'll find more fruit in the house if you have green rooms on the good spots, and if you put on like the barren ground you'll find no fruit in the house, or is it like in that room itself? The greenhouse part is easy and understandable enough. Smudge pots. Oh, I was looking at these. A few years ago, the Baron made the long overdue decision to switch from gas lighting to electrical power. The installation of the new system was a substantial undertaking, as almost every room in the house had to be equipped with new fixtures and wiring. Thankfully, these renovations did not extend beyond the mansion's interior, and all the lamps and equipment used outside of the house are still connected and powered by gas lines, including but not limited to the orchard's smudge pots. Smudge pots found among the apple trees here in the orchard are a critical necessity thanks to the cold temperatures and high altitude of the estate. These gas-burning stack heaters prevent frost and should be kept during the winter months to ensure a daily yield of apples. When smudge pots are not in use, the orchard's gas line should be turned off to conserve resources for the estate's other gas-powered machinery and appliances. So right now it is winter months, right? I mean, it's late November or mid-November. It's close enough, right? So basically what this is saying is that if I want apples every day, this needs to be turned this way until I need to activate that last one. And then I know where to go. Is that what I'm getting? Am I understanding that correctly? I think I am. There's no harm in keeping it off for now anyway. After a few months because it does say it would conserve other gas-powered machinery and appliances in the estate. So maybe me turning that off, is actually very useful is useful somehow in the next season. After a few months of idleness, I finally have a new cause to champion, and I've submitted a request for a change of scenery. Specifically, I would like to replace the statue of Orinda, currently in the cloister, with the much more appropriate angel, Rinna. After all, she, as beautiful as the statue is, shouldn't the greenery of Mount Holly be governed by the paragon of gardening? Oh, this is what we saw in the church. Though amused, I do not think Anne took the request too seriously, though she did humor me and listen to me rave and pontificate on the subject for the better part of our lunch yesterday. And she wonders why I avoid tending the cloister. Truth be told, I've forgotten how to access the inner garth, and I'm too scared of chastisement to probe for the particulars for a third time. My best rendition, pretty good considering I've only ever seen Rinna's depiction in the chapel. Is that everything? I think that's everything. So those aren't servants that I was mentioning just literally a few minutes ago. They're actually deities. Or patron saints, whatever you want to call them. Okay, surely that's going to be important somehow, because they're associated with numbers, and maybe the first letter of their names, when arranged in order of their numbers on the stained glass, spell something? Who knows? Anyway, this is actually big news. I am going to end the day, but I'm very happy I managed to get in there. Call it a day. Call it. I'm making progress, people. I am making progress, slow as it may seem. Okay, we had a rustic villa. And we're back again. Okay, this time we're not going to box ourselves into corners. We're better than that. Everything's going to go our way. We know the soil quality. We know we have 20 extra steps. Actually, that's pretty huge. We have a code check, I guess. That's what we have. The sleep mask. Okay, we have the sleep mask. Oh, I forgot to even get my allowance. That's kind of helpful. This is not good starting material here. I'm gonna just put it that way. Yeah, let's do den. If I'd had a gem, it would have solved a lot of problems earlier. But I did not have a gem, so what am I man to do? Nook, please. Keep our options open as much as possible. And we have the observatory or the spare room. I think we do the spare room because that unlocks a whole new tile for us. It's a good spot for spare room because we already know this is probably not going to be locked. Okay, then we will do courtyard here so that we still have, we're keeping our options as open as humanly possible. We have a sledgehammer too, in case we run into any locked trunks. This would not be an issue. We would not be blocking ourselves off from anything that we wouldn't gain any access to things that by taking the storeroom, we would not be diminishing our access to tiles compared to any of the other options. So we're going to choose the storeroom. Okay, I'm going to keep going this way because I kind of want to sneak around to the right at some point. Yeah, okay, I'm going to backtrack now. I'm going to go back to the den. I have plenty of steps to work with. I have the sleep mask too, so what could go wrong? Okay, guest bedroom. Why not, honestly? Steps will never be a concern for the rest of this, I don't think, if I choose the guest bedroom. Pantry gets me 4 coins. Do I really need 4 coins? I don't think so. I also got some car keys. Okay. Security is a good option compared to corridor, I think. You know the drill at this point. I know the drill, certainly. Okay, here's a question. Am I supposed to have some way of being able to figure out this terminal password? I'm looking at it now, and somehow it seems clearer to me than it did in the past. I think it might be the last couple letters are O-N-U, not I-N-U. I think there is an N before that, or an H. Or an S. It might be an S. I think it is an S, because you see this is where the little S comes down, and then it comes up, and then around, like that. It definitely starts with an S. We can all agree on that. This middle 3 letters here are the hardest ones to figure out. So new. What does that mean? I'm pretty confident that that's an S. Or it's like a G, which is also possible, I suppose. Gonu. Sonu. I don't know, man. Or it's not a U at the end, it's an O. But I don't really think that's the case, if I'm being honest, because I feel like I would see it curve around right here. You see, like... Alright, let's leave it be for now. That's my leading theory is that it ends with S-O and U. No reason to choose freezer right now. Let us keep our options open and choose pantry. Dark room sucks. Corridor sucks. Everything sucks. I'll choose dark room just because it's maybe slightly better than corridor in this very particular situation. Doesn't matter which one I choose here. Well, there goes the corridor. Please don't be a dead end. Okay, we're good. That's exactly the direction I wanted this to go. Let's grab the wind-up key. This is not an empty box. The gems are in the black box, so that could be two truths. The empty boxes are both true. So this is true, referring to itself being true. And this is true, then that's here. Okay, one of these has to be empty, and either way, it's indicating that the black box is the one with the gems, so it's got to be in here. Let's use a key. Bedroom. Yes, let's do bedroom. I'm not worried about going more north right now. I want to get down to those southern rooms that I've kind of skipped by. There's a lot of real estate I can cover here and get use out of. Let's use another key. Dining room. Sure, it'll let me go straight. Why not? Doesn't hurt, certainly. Workshop. Let's do it. I got a metal detector here. Okay, what is on the chisel here? Hey, let me write that down. Can I combine anything with anything? No, I cannot. Oh well. Let's continue. Okay, we'll do this. It'll give us 5 more steps for a sleep mask. And we can go one more room, see what we get. That'll leave only one room in the bottom uncovered. Huh. Laboratory, huh? Do we do laboratory? What would we get from that? Oh yeah, we get the experiment. Let's do it. Let's check back in. We can check on the experiment results. We can run a new one. Let's see how this works. Okay, research logs. Okay, experiment setup. Continue with experiment. A letter will be delivered to the mailroom. That sounds interesting. Let's do this. I want to know what the... I haven't even gone to the mailroom yet. Let's figure it out. Okay, let's see. Is this different? No, this is the exact same as last time, I remember. So we would do that, theoretically. Maybe all of them in some random order, followed by that. In case you don't remember, what I'm referring to is the fact that in the last episode I discovered, I translated the periodic table thing to say, like, pull lever 9 after lever 3, or pull lever 3 after lever 9, something like that. Okay, library. We checked out a book last time. Let's do some reading. Oh, this is the picture book. That's right. I've checked it out before. Oh, yeah. Herbert S. Sinclair checked it out. Lots of people checked it out. And Mrs. Peterson, probably for class, right? She was the one who took over for teaching classes. So you checked it out for class. I read it in class, and I'm like, oh, that was a good book. And then I read it again, and I checked it out myself. Then she checks it out again for next year's class. And Babbage just checked out Detective Bon Margle, I think is what that is. Okay, let me write that down. That seems important. Detective, I think, is what that is. Margle. Okay. Let's read it. I am a dare bird, daring and brave bird, diving so deep bird, a ride on the wave bird. There is not a dare I would not do. There is not a depth I would not dive to. However, my friends are not very open to the idea that I like the sky less than the ocean. Bird in the sky, not in the sea. That is what they say when looking at me. You are not a seabird. You are not a swim bird. If you are a friend bird, fly in the wind bird. And shouldn't you always listen to friends, for they know me best, or so they pretend? So I dare not dive, and I dare not swim, and I dare not step foot in the ocean again. And I dare not smile, and I dare not laugh, for they will do it for me and on my behalf. And I dare not dream, and I dare not speak, maybe my friends won't like the real me. That's the end of it? Oh, and I will say goodbye to my dreams in the sea, and wonder why daring just feels like defeat. That's the end of it. That's depressing. That is so depressing. And that was a famous book for children? Okay. Oh, mailroom? We could do it. Books for sale. Interesting. I've never seen this even come up before. I have to choose this, even though the mailroom is there. I didn't want to block myself off, and I'm still interested by this. Reddington Herald, a new clue sold out in hours. It should come as no surprise that the latest book from local author Marion Marigold is breaking literary records and making headlines even in absentia. The release of her new book, A New Clue, comes only 14 months after the distressful report of the author's mysterious and unexplained disappearance. Her current publisher has issued a statement debunking the conspiracy theories surrounding the book's recent announcement, stating the writing of this book was completed and well into the editing stage many months before the disappearance. In addition, the publisher has revealed that all the proceeds from the first edition sales of A New Clue will be going to Lasting Hope, a nonprofit organization that aims to provide resources and intel in the investigations of missing persons. Still, the timing and conveniently mysterious title of Marigold's third book has left many cynics denouncing the book and her disappearance as a cheap publicity stunt. Detective Bon Margle, who many theorize may have been the inspiration for A New Clue, was quoted only saying that the book was unintentionally accurate. Regardless of their opinions, fans, pundits, and cynics alike were standing together, elbow to elbow, in bookshop queues this morning, eager to get their hands on what may very likely be the last words ever published by the missing author. Interesting. A New Clue. Okay, I do want to buy. Thank you very much, if I may. There it is, A New Clue. Oh my god, that's expensive. I need more coins for drafting strategy. We cannot do this. We have to redraw and hope and pray. Okay, we can do West Wing Hall. I also cannot afford to go in here unless there's coins on the altar, which I can't see. Drawing room. Sure. And it did deliver it to the mailroom right then, before I even drafted it. Okay, that's locked. I only have one way to go, and I have one option. I could redraw the floor plans using the power, though. Or I could hope that there's a key in this closet. Nope, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to redraw. Not a big fan of that. Not a big fan. Bunk room it is. I got 2 gems. What does that do for me? Nothing. I needed coins. Coins would have been great. Yeah, read that. This guy's still going around. I like him. What should I name him? How about Hubert? Your name's Hubert. Have a nice life, Hubert. Someone's taking care of you. You have food in your bowl. That's nice. Lock, huh? I'm not a big fan of there being a lock there. In fact, I think that ruins everything for me. Unless I can go into the chapel and get enough coins from one of the altars to buy a book. I think that is my run complete. I can. Well, that's at least some bright news. What can I buy? I could buy Drafting Strategy Volume 4. Okay, now it's in the library. so I still can't read it until I go to the library, which I don't think is how bookstores usually work, but, you know, who am I to complain? We'll go upstairs, see if there is anything up here that could help us. No. Also, I think each room has a specific spot where items are placed. In this room, it's on this table, so this is something I've noticed. Okay, I do have one more option, and that is, well, first and foremost, I can check this. Okay, yeah, no. That's not an option then. My other option is to go outside into the exterior room and hope that there's a key somewhere. Which I think there's only a limited number of options that I can choose to get the key. Like there's like a tool shed, maybe a trading hall or whatever, trading room, trading post. What can I possibly choose other than the trading post? Okay, the thing I solved is gone here now. Let's see, what could I trade that for? Salt shaker for a coupon book. What does a coupon book do for me? Oh wait, lockpick? Yeah, let's trade, let's trade. That's actually huge. Trade for salt shaker, sure. Trade for magnifying glass. There's somewhere that I was going to use this. It was in the lab, wasn't it? I have the lab. I'm grabbing the magnifying glass. Okay, there are things I can do. Coupon book, I'm not sure exactly what it does. I'm guessing it discounts prices. Magnifying glass, I definitely can do stuff with. Lockpick, I can gamble with. Let's see what happens. I think what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to put this coupon book in the coat check. Because I don't think even with a coupon book, I'd have enough to buy anything, would be my guess. Because I only have a few coins. Okay, let's go... Where is the lab? Oh, I have to go all the way around to the right. Alright, let's do it. What do I have to lose? There clearly is something important written in a spot that can only be seen with magnifier. And it was on... Where is it? Where is it? Where did it go? I swear it was right here. Oh, it's this. Cooler is unaffected. Yeah, I think that is all that is relevant. What did I choose to have happen? Oh, it was a letter delivered to the mailroom. That's right. So it's a bit of a shame that I probably will not get the chance to draft the mailroom. We can try the lockpick, though. You know, stranger things have happened. Nope. Alright. Call it a day. I don't have time to be ambling around, wasting time. If the cards are not in my favor, then we're going to try again. This time, no longer inside of an ordinary inn, but inside of the largest manor in the world, with 46 rooms, all of which are accessible to me. Watch and learn. This will be my last run of the episode. Grab my allowance. Thank you. Grab a den. No den. We'll grab a spare room instead. Let's go this way. Let's grab a den here. Okay, no. We'll do pantry instead. Okay, let's go this way first. Storeroom, maybe? We'll take a nook. This way. Den. Easy choices so far. For me. Maybe I'm being stupid, though. We'll do closet here. No reason we need to be able to pass through. Okay, unlocking a door with a silver key leads to a room with many doors. That is important information. And I've learned it before and I kind of forgot. Security, yes. Let's do it. Let us tone down the security. I hate that you have to do this every single time. I mean, I get why, but I hate that it's such a process. Okay, let's go this way. We're going to try to stay as far south as possible for as long as possible. We'll just do parlor. I mean, what's there to hate about it? Even though it doesn't lead us anywhere, we still get the two gems from it if we do it right. Let's make sure we're thinking this through. The white box is empty. This is the only true statement. There are two false statements. So theoretically, okay, so if this was false, then that would have to mean that this is false, which would make this true. These are contradictory. So if there are two false statements, then this would be false, which would say this is the only true statement, which is incorrect because it's not true. This would also be false. Well, I mean, obviously, it has to be in the white box, right? Because that's the only thing that narrows it down to one box. So it has to be in the white box. Okay. Let's keep going this way. I kind of, part of me wants to go all the way back around. Okay, boiler room. We're gonna build the boiler room. And we are going to leave it there for now, maybe? Yes, I think we're going to leave it there for now. That is a big step for us. There are opportunities that are presenting themselves to me in this game. We have gems, so we can go forward without fear. Let's do breaker bucks. Let's do it. Okay, still don't know what VAC indicators mean. Maybe one day I'll figure it out. Okay, through the pantry to the corridor, which is always unlocked for me. Thank you. To the chapel is the only one I want to do. To the drawing room, maybe. Or do we call this a dead end and go... I don't like calling things dead ends. Let's do drawing room. Is there anything in here for me to steal? Any gems, any precious materials? Okay, whatever lies this way, we can redraw 2 times. Okay, we're going to do dark room. We don't even need to redraw. That's a good one to do. Turn it off. We'll go back to the breaker room. Oh. Yeah, we'll go back to the breaker room. We'll just spend our coins. We don't really need those, right? While we're in here, we'll draft this way. Pool. Perfect. Yes, we're drafting the pool. Because now the pump room is in play. We're going to go back to the utility closet. We're going to turn on the lights in the breaker room. Things are in play here that are beyond your understanding. They're frankly beyond my understanding. Do we go out here? What could I benefit from? The red, the shelter I could benefit from, always. Let's just do it. If we get a code check, we'll have a coupon book too. 2 special items. That's 8 classrooms. I don't know if I want to add them to the classrooms to draft pool today. Yeah, let's do tool shed. Metal detector and watering can. I mean, not great, but like, metal detector is so pointless if I'm being honest. But watering can is not pointless. I'm happy with the watering can. It basically makes certain rooms just like free, effectively. Which, considering I'm going to be hugging the left side and I'm going to be more likely to see green rooms, is going to be quite nice for me. Okay, let's go back. We don't even have a pump room to send stuff from the boiler room to yet. Let's hold our horses on that. Right, there is something here. I heard... I'm hearing the beeping. Is it on the other side of this wall? Oh yeah, also I was going to look at this. So that's Rina is number 1. Or Rhina, I don't know. Where is this thing? It feels like it should be like in this altar here. Either that or it's in the other room. Which is very possible. Okay, I'm just gonna go over here. Yeah, it is. Okay, it can detect through walls. That was confusing me. Okay. Her ladyship's chamber. This is not bad. This is barren soil land, by the way. So I don't know if I want to make a courtyard. Oh, I can't make a courtyard anyway. No, I gotta do storeroom. As much as I want to experience her ladyship's chamber, I gotta think pragmatically a little bit. I know they say when in doubt, choose one you haven't been to before. I'm choosing one I've been to before. West Wing Hall. We'll go this way. Guest bedroom. We need steps, so let's do it. I'm not afraid. Just keep going. Yeah, that's kind of an easy choice for me. Okay, I do not... Actually, I do kind of want to go through here. I'm going to use a normal key. And I am going to choose the billiard room. Might be doing a lot of backtracking here in a minute. Okay, 19. What does that mean? 3 plus 0? Nope. Supposedly. 3 plus square is 4-sided, so maybe it's 7. No. This is throwing a wrench in things. 3 plus 10? Okay, well, let's just try all the numbers, I suppose. Maybe it's like 20 minus 3 effectively, so it's, well, we already tried 17. Okay, we already tried 7. Why did I try 7? Okay, it's clearly blue, indicating it's addition, right? Maybe it means whatever you did previously, but 21 is not an option. Okay. Oh, it's three squared. I see. So it's 3 plus 1 squared, so it'd be 16. Okay, 4 minus 10 is negative 6 squared. Wait, what? Oh, no. Wait, yeah. 4 minus 10 is negative 6. Oh, it's 4 squared, I see. So it'd be 16 minus 10 is 6. Okay, I did not need that. That's like one of the few things I have no need for. Okay, no, we're not going to use key in there. We're going to go back to the dark room. Wasting steps, but, you know. Oh, well. Okay, I would like to connect straight. That would be great. I'll redraw. I'll use a redraw on this. Gymnasium's not great, but I'm going to do it. I don't think I will ever need to go back through here, technically. Probably. Oh, the lights are off. That's actually fine. Yeah, that's right. I forgot I turned those off. Oh, because I solved this one time, it stays solved. It's actually pretty nice. Okay, let's redirect power to where we want it to go. Oh, wait, we don't know where we want it to go yet. We need to get the pump room. We need to get the pump room going. Pump room! Let's just do workshop. We have a lot of items in our inventory. We can test things out. And we can also look at this time. We have a T. So the letters I have accumulated are A, C, K, T. Maybe I went through here one time without realizing it. It says, like, back to something. Yeah, same message as always. Okay, so we cannot make anything. Great. I don't know how you make stuff in this game at this point. Bedroom is basically what we want to have to do. We want to do. Get some extra steps too. That's nice. 2 steps may not seem like a lot, but it's helpful. Yes, yes, okay. We've finally done it. Maybe. Okay, so first we have to get power here. Which means I'm going to step into this room just to figure this out. There's power that flows this way, roughly. So I think we want the one that extends straight towards the workshop. Is what we want to do. Okay, let's turn on the other pump first, or the other boiler. Okay, this is on. This is on. This is not on. Which can be solved by switching that one more time. That should have worked. Oh, it lowered the gate, though. That's right. Let's extend the gate. Wait, that doesn't extend the gate, what? Oh, like this. Let's flip this to lower the elevator. Okay, how did we do this before? This one is simple. You just switch it, which means that you have to be able to go up the stairs. This has to be powered. Why am I struggling so much on this? What does this do? Let's see if we can connect up, and I want to see what it does. Okay, what did that do for us? This box here. Oh, it powers up the one up here. That's right. I forgot that there's a one up here. Okay, let's go up. Let's make sure that this is on. And let's go down. And everything else was already ready at that. Let's do this. Let's do this. And let's do... what's the right angle here? I don't like any of these angles. Oh, this angle. That's it. Then we go up. Okay, it's all coming together now. And we go. And we activate. And we go to the right. Does that turn it off? No, it's activated. It's good. It's set. It's staying open. Now, we have to hope and pray that this does connect through. I'm not seeing any indication that it is. And I'm not sure what I can do to make that happen. Let's redraw. I don't want to... I shouldn't have grabbed any of these. Okay, how do you get power, man? Do you need to have the right rooms running between? Because if so, that's monstrous that it would ask you that. I don't appreciate this. There's something going on here that I think only exists to make my life hell. Let's go this way again. Maybe it's working now. I don't know what else I could do. No, it's not. Nothing is working. My theory is this. They have to be directly connected. If that's the case, that is disgusting. What else could it be, right? I mean, I can't activate two of them at once. So, what I'm getting from this is that despite drawing the perfect set of rooms, the fact that they were not in the exact perfect order is screwing everything up. If that's the case, the amount of RNG dependency that there is absurd. Wait, this one's still spinning. What if I activate all three of them at some point? Alright, now that's spinning too. Yeah, maybe it's not actually technically activated because this is not funneling it in. If that's the case, I think it's impossible for me to do it. All of these are spinning now, though. Let me see if anything's changed over here. Nothing has changed in the slightest. Oh, it is working. Okay. Maybe I should have just tried it earlier. What did that take from? I want to take from the pool. So the pool is the final tank, which has pump 4 and tank 1. So we want to empty this tank here by sending water to the fountain and the kitchen. In particular, I'm curious about what will happen if I send it to the kitchen. We'll send it to the kitchen greenhouse. So this will go... interesting. Okay, it's filling up the fountain. We're going to set everything to flow. And this tank back here, where is it controlled at? Reserve tank, okay. So that's what the reservoir is? This is full? No, it's not full. It's only at 1 unit. And it's like the greenhouse or something. Alright, let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Tank 4 and tank 2 both have 4 units. We need to send... Oh, I see. I need to select what I want to send it to. Yeah. I kind of forgot about that part. Kitchen's going to be flooded. That's how it's going to be. Then, if we turn this to up, it's going to suck all of them out of the pool into the tanks. Then I can go back to the kitchen. Or the greenhouse. Why can't I send it to the kitchen? The kitchen is the fourth one, which connects to this tank. So I can't send it because there's not enough in there to send, which means I need to do this. Which means I need to stop that. No. Stop. Send it out. What? How does this make any sense? Okay, let's set everything to 0. I just took water out of there, unfortunately, which is not my intention. Okay, 0, 0. Let's set the pool to 0. So nothing should go anywhere unless we tell it to. So let's hook up to the reservoir. We are missing 2 units there, which is not good. We want to send it to the 2 units. So... Oh... That was the issue. No. Stop it. Oh, that's disastrous. Okay, let's send it back. Okay, that should be fine. All right, now let's select something that's not it's not being triggered right now. What we want to do is we want to trigger this to be off. Then, oh, what the hell? How do we send water over here, though? If we were to pull down on this, number 3, the aquarium, if we were to try to send water to it, maybe it would suck through there into there. No, it doesn't do anything. I mean, I know it's full, so that's part of the problem, but how do we send to reservoir? Reservoir is the second one, so it's connected to pump 2. So we should be able to do this. And that's the third one. What about the fourth one? Fourth one's connected over here. Reservoir. We need to send to the reservoir, which is this. Oh, I see. Wait, why wasn't that working? Oh, that's that one. We need to send from here. Which means that this needs to be switched that way. Okay, then we go pool into the tank again. As much as possible. Turn it off. Then the pool is almost empty now. We need to turn this off because those are all full. It's the kitchen, the fourth one, that we need to deal with, and that is this one, which means we need to send this out. We'll set it to be out, so that way nothing bad can happen. And then we'll switch this over. And then we will make sure that's pointed up. I'm still trying to figure out how to transfer water between these two silos. Surely if we just flick everything down, that will work somehow, right? Okay, pump 4, pump tank switch, pump 3, pump 2, pump control panel. What the hell, man? Okay, maybe if water was... No, because I had water flowing in earlier, right? Yeah, that doesn't change anything. We're going to set these all back to 0. Here is my thought process, right? What should be happening is water should be, if this is pointing this way, water should be flowing from here to here. That's how that should work. Especially if this is pointed up, there's no way for water to get down this tube. Or is the only reason that's relevant which direction water's going here? If that's the case, I think I know what needs to be done. I understand now. We need to take water from the reservoir and send it to the rightmost tank so that we have room to send water from the leftmost tank to the reservoir. So we'll send as much as we can fill that tank with. We'll send one to the kitchen, too. We'll send that last little one to the kitchen. So that's the 4th. Flood the kitchen. close this off. Send even more from the reservoir to fill up that tank. Now, if what we do is we turn that off, we put this down to the center. In fact, we put it down that way, and we make sure that the water is coming from that side. We can send the water from the tank to the reservoir, which will give us enough room to fill up the rest from the pool. And then maybe we can try stuff with other rooms in a bit. Okay, now let's stop this. Let's switch to the pool. And fill up the rest. Great, the pool's drained. The pool has officially been drained. And now it's time for us to investigate it with our 27 steps. So let's amble on over there through the gymnasium, which I said I would not be going back through for some reason. How daft of me. And let's see what happened. This has been something that we've been building to for a while, I feel. Is emptying that godforsaken pool. Okay, minus 2 steps. Actually, no, not minus 2 steps, because the power's off. I forgot about that. Drawing room. Lose a coin. And here we are. Is that all it is? It's just money? Maybe I have not been building to this for a long time. It's actually kind of saddening. I thought there was going to be some big grand reveal here. And it's just money. I think the same thing would happen when we empty the fountain. Well, while we're over here, we've already boxed ourselves in over there, so we got no choice but to keep going up north here. Anyway, so we had to come back. Let's do hallway. Maybe we can discover another room that lets us do stuff with the water. Also, I'm not sure what it means by reservoir. Maybe I should be thinking about that. Is that like something on the ground? Oh, I have a special key. Ooh. Okay, let's go this way first. I have a watering can, right? So if I go in here, I'll get gem. Great. I've been on this road before. Except this time, it doesn't actually connect to a road. There's no garage. Weird. It's almost like this house is changing. Alright, special key time. I don't have any keys, so that is not an option. Let's do the cloister. It doesn't cost gems anymore. I've never been in here. We'll even get a gem from it. How do I get in there to dig? Surely there's a way. Also, there are symbols on the back of this thing. CK. Something T. I feel like I'm at the eye doctor. There's gotta be a way to get in here, right? Ah. Yeah, I can't really make that out. I think it's C. I think it's X. I think it's K. I think it's T. I'm gonna write it down. Even though I'm uncertain. Okay. Is it gonna be locked? Yes. Is this gonna be locked? Is my run over? No. I think we choose the study, then... Wait, no, that doesn't change anything for us. Shit. Well, we can go to the library and read the book, right, that we checked out. Or no, we can check out a book is what we can do. Oh, that's huge. That's huge. We have not read the 4th drafting strategy book, so I'm going to check that out. And now we have a way to continue, where hope was lost. Dining room. I have 2 options out of there. There's no reason not to choose it. And it won't be rank 8, but it'll be pretty close. And then I'll be able to hopefully replenish my, oh, come on. Please, 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 please. Ah! What is a man to do? What is a man to do? What is a man to do? Really, genuinely. What can I even do? I've just been destroyed at every single step of this game over and over again. I finally managed to reroute the water from the pool, which has been my goal for a long time. And what happened to me? All it was some coins at the bottom of the pool, which are now going to be taken from me. Anyway. What is the meaning of life? Alright, that's the end of the run, and it's the end of the episode. Hate to end things off with frustration, but that's how it's going to be. I'm just going to walk back and forth until I tire out. And collapse in the manor. So, what have I learned? I have learned what the effects of one of the pump room changes is. A singular one. And it is a ton of coins from the pool. Is it worth it? No. It's not worth going out of your way for, which you really do have to do. Maybe the kitchen is different. I think it just floods it. I'm going to be honest. Maybe the fountain is different. Nope, I'm pretty sure it just gives you coins from the fountain. Or maybe the reservoir is different. I don't even know what the reservoir is, so that could be the case. But that is for another time. I do want to try boiler room, laundry room combo at some point. Because I think that'll open up a hidden passageway or something like that. But for now, I think I am done with this episode. So thank you guys for watching. And until next time, this has been Fractal, and I will see you guys later. Bye.